Hey guys, in this video I wanted to talk more about the basics of dealing with advanced challenges in BTD6. As you all know, two challenges come out every day, a daily and an advanced challenge, and since the dailies are usually very easy and have no modifiers on them, I wanted to focus more on the advanced challenges, things you might encounter while playing them, and some tips and tricks on how to beat them. So let me know if you want to see more videos like this one in the comments, and let's get into it. So first off, since the challenges are made in a challenge editor, when you open it you will notice a couple of things, the first ones being the difficulty and the game mode. So the difference between the difficulties in BTD6 is that the balloons move faster with each difficulty, and the differences between the game modes are variables that each game mode carries with itself. So for example, half cash means you need to buy cheaper and cost-effective towers, which usually include the ninja, the sub, the wizard, especially the 402 wizard, which is a great mid-game and late-game tower. Reverse, for example, means you gotta build your defenses from the back of the track. Impossible, for example, has huge price increases, and so on. So the next two things you should be paying attention to are the runs that you're going to be playing and the starting lives that you have. So knowledge of the runs in BTD6 I think is something that you should absolutely have in order to have an edge in beating the challenges that are thrown at you. So for example, basic knowledge like the first Moab is coming around 40, the first BFB is on 60, the first fortified Moab is on 62, but also some, quote-unquote deeper knowledge, like for example the first purple balloons are on around 25, the first camo is on 24, the first ceramics are on 38, the first camo leads are on 59, 55 has 4 groups of ceramics, around 63 can be an exceptionally hard round if you're not prepared, and many more like this one. You should also pay attention to the starting lives as well. Sometimes you're gonna need to leak the first rounds in order to get more starting cash. Sometimes you can leak a few camo rounds and get some non-camo towers going, and sometimes you gotta be extra careful if you only have one life to play with. Alright, now we go into more detail about the other modifiers that you will encounter in an advanced challenge, and I'm gonna start with the balloon speed modifier. Increased balloon speed means basically the balloons are moving faster, but the faster the balloons are, some of the towers are going to miss their shots and they're gonna lose their effectiveness very quickly. So knowing this, the absolute best towers to buy while defending from fast balloons are the ninja, the sniper, the sub and the wizard. So the ninja has the Seeking Shuriken upgrade, which makes all of his shots follow the balloons. The sniper's shots do their damage instantly, the ninja has natural homing darts, and the wizard's wall of fire can quickly melt anything that comes close. Honorable mentions here are the Spike Factory, the 3XX/4XX boomerang, and pretty much everything that gets homing shots with its upgrade. So for example, the let's say the never miss targeting monkey ace, maybe the carrier flagship, and sometimes even a Heart of Thunder druid. Next up, I want to talk about the ceramic health modifier first. This is a pretty straightforward one, assuming the ceramics have a ton of health. You can deal with them in two ways. You can deal with them fast or you can deal with them slowly. So your first option should always be a glue gunner. The 420 glue gunner is great, but the 502 upgrade is the best upgrade in the game against strong ceramics. If a glue gunner isn't available to you, another option is to stall the ceramics with a 012 or a 022 ice tower. You need to be careful while doing this though, because the ice monkey has a pierce of 40 balloons. So what this means is that the maximum amount of balloons that can be frozen by this tower is 40. So when you overload the pierce cap, balloons are going to start leaking, as you're going to be noticing right here. It freezes the newest balloons, but then it releases the oldest balloons, so you need to get rid of the balloons while they're frozen. A very important thing to note here is that towers that cannot pop lead balloons cannot pop frozen balloons either. So, for example, the basic wizard monkey, the basic dart monkey, the basic boomerang monkey cannot pop these frozen balloons. So if you want these towers to start doing damage to the frozen balloons, you need to upgrade them to a certain path. So for example, you need to get the boomerang monkey up to red hot ranks. You need to get the tag shooter up to hot shots. You need to get the wizard, for example, up to fireball or maybe a wall of fire. And you need to get the dart monkey up to at least a juggernaut. Alright, so the remaining two modifiers usually go opposite of each other, and those are the Moab speed and the Moab health. So this means that usually when a challenge has Moabs with increased speed, their health is going to be lower. And if a challenge has Moabs with increased health, then usually their speed is going to be lower. Now, other common variables you can encounter are fast Moabs with slow and strong ceramic bloons, strong Moabs with weak cerams, and very fast Moabs and cerams with decreased health. So here's an example with weak ceramics and strong Moabs. Your priority here should be dealing with the Moabs, because the bloons are going to be weak anyways. So if you're going for let's say 1 or 2 or 3 towers to deal with the bloons, you would usually like to go with something like a fast attacking tower, like the Arcane Spike, the Sun Avatar, the Spectre, or I also believe a nicely timed turbocharge ability can do lots of damage. But then there is another way to deal with this, and that is to address each problem individually. So if you want to deal with the Moab class bloons and the normal bloons separately, you're gonna want to get something like Sticky Bomb, for example, or a Moab Assassin, or maybe a Monkey Pirates for the Moabs, and then maybe a fast attacking tower like the 202 Super Monkey, the 204 Tag Shooter, or the 204 Bomb Shooter, or maybe even the 203/204 Sub for cleanup. The Camo Bloons modifier makes every bloon that comes out to be a Camo Bloon, with the exception of Moab class bloons. So what this means is that, for example, around 40 Moab will contain Camo ceramics, but the Moab itself can be attacked by towers that do not have Camo detection. So challenges with Camo bloons are usually not that hard. They're actually very simple. But sometimes you might find yourself in a tough spot when the towers given to you have seemingly no or maybe limited camo detection. So this is where you need to know some hidden interactions. For example, the Spirit of the Forest's vines can actually pop camo bloons. The Glaive Lord's glaives that rotate around him can pop camo bloons. The Inferno Ring's meteor can pop camo bloons. The Sky Shredder gets camo detection without the Spy Plane upgrade, even though I haven't bought it here. And the Advanced Intel can hit camo bloons as long as the tower that is providing the vision can pop camo bloons itself. And a very interesting tower that you can see here is the Glue Gunner with the Relentless Glue. So what this means is that when a glued bloon is popped, it's gonna leave a blob, a trail of glue on the track. And this trail of glue can actually affect camo bloons. So when combined with the Corrosive Glue upgrade, this means that the Glue Gunner can actually pop camo bloons. As far as the regrow bloon modifier goes, it can be a tough one if you don't deal swiftly with the bloons. So regrow bloons are usually combined with increased bloon speed, and what you would like to avoid doing is having towers on strong/close. So if the tower isn't able to pop the bloons fast, they're going to quickly regenerate and create chaos. So what you would like to be doing actually is getting rid of the bloons as fast as possible and not giving them any time to regenerate. So again, we come back to these fast attacking, high DPS towers like the Arcane Spike, the Sun Avatar. The Ninja is a good mid-game tower and is great against purples, of course, and maybe the Spectre. Also a nice ability that you can have is Yeeli's level 3 ability, the Heartstopper, which prevents any regrow from happening for a certain period of time. But then also a valid strat against regrow bloons is spamming 110 villages all over the track. Alright, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. This isn't by any means a definitive guide to the advanced challenges in BTD6, because there are so many unique and interesting challenges that require different things from you. For example, some require using some cheesy cross paths in order to beat them, or some require some specific timings and stuff like that. So I don't think you can make one guide to solve them all. So this is why I was thinking of starting another series actually, which would be called Challenge Breakdown, in which I would take individual challenges, or maybe you guys would want to suggest some challenges, and you know, we break down how to solve them. So this is just an idea, and we'll see how things go depending on the feedback on this video. And thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.